There is this idea of thought forms, which developed in the theosophical tradition, which essentially is that our ideas, our thoughts, our feelings don't just remain within us or aren't just interior realities, but they can actually gain an independence from us. They can become external and objective. And what's more, that people with second sight or clairvoyance are able to see our thought forms. They can see visual representations of them, that they take on a pictorial aspect. So for example, if I feel a certain way, then that doesn't just remain in me in some way, it becomes independent of me, it gains a force independent of me. So take anger. This might proceed from me, and then anger is often associated with the color red, so somebody might see a red cloud, as it were, above me, and it might take a certain form. So if it's an anger at a certain person, it might appear like a stiletto almost, a point pointing towards them. And these thought forms can take various shapes and sizes, various colors, and as I've just indicated, there's a kind of key or a code, and theosophists have worked on trying to identify what these different images are. What's more is that these thought forms can impact the world around us, that when I feel this anger or this rage or desire, that this, if it has intensity enough, if it is repeated enough, then that can gain a power which impacts the feelings and emotions and thoughts of other people who come into contact with it. And indeed, that's how they explain psychic attacks, that I have sent almost a negative emotion to attack you. Or if I have a positive emotion towards you, then that benefits you, that can support you. Because this is quite a dynamic idea of thought and emotion. And while I am unsure how true it is, what I can say is I think I have experienced seeing a thought form once in my life at least. I was walking in Edinburgh and I was praying. I was praying to God to see His glory. And as I was walking up the mound, suddenly around me the city seemed to, an electric bolt seemed to flow through the city, electrifying everything. So there was rippling, crackling, electric yellow energy illuminating all of the buildings. And to me, this was a thought form or a visualization of that thought, of the grandeur of God in creation. So I think that there may be some truth to this, and it's a very powerful and potent idea, and this is no doubt why it has influenced many in the arts too.